After the OTC Roman Reigns returned at SummerSlam, there has been wild speculation about what is going to happen with the bloodline, and this Jacob Fatu theory is going to shock everyone. And we're going to break it down for you guys coming up on this episode of Wrestle Digest. But before we get into it, we get a word from our sponsor, NordVPN. In the WWE, defending your title makes you the best in the world. And if you want an extra layer of defense for your browsing, make sure to try out NordVPN, the fastest VPN on the market. A VPN, or virtual private network, encrypts your IP address so that when you're on public networks, you can create your own private network. This means you can enjoy Wrestle Digest and WWE on the go safely and securely. Right now, if you go to nordvpn.com/wrestle, you get an exclusive offer and can start browsing with your VPN today. But it's not just about how fast NordVPN is, they have you covered with their Threat Protection Pro. Kind of think of it as your personal Jacob Fatu on your computer, protecting you from any threats that may come your way. Also, when WWE moves to Netflix, people living in the United States can switch their location to Canada via NordVPN to watch all of WWE's content on their own Netflix account. So why wait? Upgrade your browsing experience today by going to nordvpn.com/wrestle to get an exclusive offer. Plus, NordVPN has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so why not try it so you never miss out on any wrestling content ever again. And a big thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. And once again, thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. If you want to get that exclusive offer, it'll be down in the description, down the pinned comment, so you can start browsing with NordVPN today. But Brady, with that said, we're really hyped up to talk about this one. And that is this bloodline twist will shock everyone. And yes, obviously the bloodline has been a big topic of discussion for us here on the channel because it is probably the hottest storyline in the WWE right now, rivaling the Finn Balor Damian Priest one. I would say it's up there on that same level. But Brady, we're going to break it down for everybody here. We got to go through this because obviously we know the new bloodline has been taking over SmackDown, destroying everybody. When Jacob Fatu came in, he was a beast, taking out everybody in his path. Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, anybody he could get his hands on. But what happened at SummerSlam, Brady? Jacob Fatu hit the Uso splash or whatever it was onto the announce table with Cody Rhodes on it, and it appeared that he was injured. We reported on it thinking that he was actually injured because he was seen in a walking boot. But people have said that it was a work and he wanted to make sure everybody thought he was injured because a lot of people have been saying, Brady, since the OTC returned that night, that he has been working for Roman Reigns as a spy, as a mole within the new bloodline to give Roman Reigns the information on what Solo's plans are as the tribal chief. And Brady, I mean, this is crazy. This is insane that we're even talking about this because if Jacob Fatu is a spy for Roman Reigns, what a storyline. I mean, that just makes for some great television and some great work coming up. And how big do you think this is for the story of the bloodline going forward? Jacob Fatu being an insider eye, fly on the wall.
I mean, you wouldn't think it. You know, the unhinged Samoan werewolf. I mean, my God, Jacob Fatu has done an immense amount of work since coming to the WWE. And I mean, every Friday night, man, he's what drives me to sit down and turn it on and sit through everything. And then Jacob Fatu shows up looking all unhinged. And he's ready to go. And he's ready for action. But he wasn't ready for action at SummerSlam after he splashed, like you said. I knew it. I felt when I watched it, I was like, oh, man, is he hurt? And I was like, nah, he got to be just avoiding Roman, right? He's just avoiding Roman to protect himself. And originally, my theory was, you know, just protecting the act. The no one can stop Jacob Fatu because here we are. But, I mean, we get more into this and we break it down a little. And this theory that we're kind of looking at right now, this spy theory, I mean, it could make a lot of sense. Because you look at it this way, Roman was out from WrestleMania up until SummerSlam. And I mean, besides Paul Heyman, who was taken out a week before Money in the Bank, there's been nobody there really to fill the shoes of Roman Reigns, to pick up for Roman Reigns, the OTC Roman Reigns, if I do say so myself. But another thing that strikes me too is Solo was constantly calling out Roman week after week after week. Oh, Roman, if you want some, you could get some. I'm the tribal chief now. I'm the tribal chief now. And I love, I don't know about if you picked up on this either, but the, what are they called? Oh, that's terrible. I don't know the name of those beads, man. The tribal chief beads.
Ulafala.
The Ulafala. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that presented by none other than Jacob Fatu to Solo Sikoa?
Yeah,
Wasn't he the one?
I think you're right on that. Correct us if we're wrong down below in the comment section.
Jacob Fatu was the one to crown Solo Sikoa. So, I mean, he just could be a spy this whole time. He could have went up and was like, "All right, Roman, here's the deal. We're gonna let little Oos, we're gonna let little bro play the role for a little while you hang it out, and then when he comes back, sets us up for civil war." I mean, the possibilities here, guys, are endless.
Yeah, this has to be the best theory I think we've ever talked about here on the channel. I think it just makes too much sense for it not to be true in my mind. Because like you alluded to, it was very convenient to how as soon as Jacob Fatu arrived, Paul Heyman left. So maybe, he's filling that void of Paul Heyman being the guy who's relaying this information to Roman Reigns about what Solo's plans are, what the Bloodline's plans are. And I think it makes too much sense for him to not be working with Roman Reigns. I think he would be an awesome part of Roman Reigns' OG bloodline, or whatever we're calling Roman Reigns' faction. I'm sure it's the OG bloodline. Bloodline. I think it would be great to see Jacob Fatu be that guy, because then it adds another layer to Jacob Fatu. He's not just the enforcer. He's not just a guy who's going to come out and put you on a stretcher every Friday night, but he's a guy who has the smarts as well to fool the entire WWE audience, to fool everybody that he's secretly been working for Roman Reigns this entire time. And this just makes way too much sense for me, Brady, because I know we're seeing on Monday nights Jay and Sami starting to, look like they may be taking a tag role again, which would seem to me that maybe they won't join the Bloodline. Maybe they'll go on their own path as a tag team. So then we need another guy on Roman's side here if we're going to have the OG or the Roman's Bloodline versus Solo's Bloodline. And I wouldn't be surprised if Friday night we see Heyman and Jimmy Uso both return. And that would give Roman another number, but he still needs one more. And who other than his spy this entire time, Jacob Fatu, Samoan werewolf. I mean, this is just an insane theory. Props to everybody on X, everybody who's been talking about this, and it just makes too much sense to me here, Brady.
When it comes to the Bloodline, and it's not only Triple H, it's not only Triple H either. Everybody is cooking up something in their head. Because, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say this, and y'all can rip me apart in the comments down below if you'd like. But I think the Bloodline storyline that has transpired over the last couple of years, like during COVID times, I mean, I think this has been the best work in the WWE since, like,
Wyatt family.
Maybe the Wyatt family, honestly. Like, that's where I was going to go with that, but I was like, oh, is that a stretch? But it's not. It's not a stretch. I don't think it's a stretch.
Definitely not.
They've carried the gold. They've won the matches. They've had the story play out. Everything. And we thought it peaked. We really thought that it peaked. WrestleMania, it's like, all right, this is it. This is it. Be all, end all, Bloodline rules. Let's go. Little did we know. The iceberg was just turning. And we got all of this new stuff now. And, Solo Sikoa, Tonga Loa. I mean, what's Tonga Loa doing? Wake up, Tonga Loa. Tama Tonga. Oh, I love Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga has grown on me so much. And, of course, we mentioned, Jacob Fatu. And this would be a great opportunity as well to introduce Zilla the son of Umaga into the mix here. And, if Jacob Fatu is Roman's spy, well, I mean, Zilla's the perfect slotting man to fit into Solo's bloodline. And I'm just going to go out and say it. I think we're going to see Zilla eventually. I don't know where we're going to see him, but when we do see him, it's going to be big. And he's going to have a very good point to prove.
Yeah, 100%. I think, like you said, I have to agree with you there. This has been one of the best storylines the WWE has ever cooked up, and now we're just getting even more heat added on to the whole bloodline. And it just, like, I would love to see Jacob Fatu join the Roman Reigns side, because those two guys, they're unstoppable together, in my opinion. And I think that Jacob Fatu has kind of overshadowed Solo a bit, to where he could be the tribal chief and everybody would be fine with it. But I think if you move him out of that situation, Solo is more that number one guy, because Tonga and Tongaloa, they're not going to be the tribal chief. Obviously, it's Solo. But Jacob Fatu could be a guy who rivals him within the WWE universe, saying, hey, we want Jacob Fatu as the tribal chief, type of thing. So having him turn face, the crowd already loves him, so it's not that big of a turn. But to have him with Roman Reigns would be amazing for Roman's comeback here. And I just want to see this happen. I love Jacob Fatu. I think he's been one of the best WWE superstars we've seen come into the business and make this much of an impact early on. Kind of like, he's on the same, you're going to hate me for saying this, but he's on that same level as Braun Breaker, in my opinion. He could go out and win the US Championship tomorrow, and I'd be completely fine with it. I think he's made as much impact as Braun Breaker in this short amount of time, and I really love this storyline. And we got to bring it up here before we end the video, Brady.
Someone cooked here.
Someone cooked here. And obviously, it is Triple H, because without Triple H, we don't have any of this bloodline stuff unfolding. It has been cinema, as you would say, Brady. It's been absolutely amazing to watch this week in, week out, leading up to PLEs where you don't know who's going to come out. Is it going to be Roman returning? Is it going to be Jimmy? Is it going to be Zilla? Who knows? Because it's every PLE, you're waiting on that to happen. And it's just great to see. Wrestling is so much fun again, and I love this bloodline storyline. But we want to hear your guys' thoughts on that down below in the comment section. What do you guys think about Jacob Fatu being the spy? Do you think, that would be really cool? You think that's what's happening? Let us know down below in the comment section. We're going to get into everybody's favorite topic here, which is comment of the day. And the comment of the day today goes to Shasha Radio. They had a big spiel here about the bloodline, saying it's Solo, Fatu, Tonga, Haikuleo, Tongaloa in a solo bloodline, and not Zilla. Zilla's obviously observing and seeing, and was seen at SmackDown, and he was also seen at SummerSlam. He said Zilla will join later after everything gets situated, but for now, Zilla will be Zilla. He will come in on his own time and have his own timeline. For now, it's up in the air. Who knows? Zilla might go with Solo or Jay or Roman or Jacob. We will have to wait and see. And that is a long comment, but it is perfect fitting for this video. We have to give you a huge shout out here on the channel as Shasha Radio. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but love that comment. You really got to include up everything we talked about in this video, and love seeing you guys share your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. So make sure to go down below and leave one on this. You might be featured on the next comment of the day, just like Shasha Radio. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. It's a hard one to say. It's like a tongue twister. But if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to go down below, hit that like button. It helps get these videos out to all the WWE fans on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get 3,000 subscribers before the end of the summer. So if you're not subscribed, you want to keep up to date and hear our crazy theories about the WWE, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to check out a video we did the other day talking about the Damian Priest and Finn Balor rivalry that's going to ensue, it will be popping up on your screen right now. But as always, I've been your host, KC, alongside my co-host, Brady. We'll catch you in the next one.